on.
Mhm.
But I agree. Like, if you don't, you have to have like the true self inside. And if you don't, and there is that thing that you need the external validation, like this is the drug that will give it to you because people are telling you how wonderful and great you are 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Right, the yes people, and that's what ruins a lot of friendships, because you have these yes people around you, and if you're foolish enough to believe the yes people, and you forget the people that have been with you all your life, that's sad. But that happens to a lot of them. That's what happens to relationships and marriages and everything else. You believe the hype. And it's funny because I always tell my kids, and this is something we positioned in our minds many years ago, when people would say negative things, don't listen to them. When people say net positive things, it's the same thing, because you don't know me. So you're saying these wonderful things about me and I appreciate you, but I could be the most rotten person on the planet. So you got to be in the middle, like a no man's land, and appreciate them, and thank you so much, but at the same time, it's all smoke and mirrors when you think about it.
I 100% say that all the time. That is exactly, I totally agree. You can't believe all the positive either. Love it, but you don't really know me and I'll take it. And really what you're saying is I'm doing my job well. I'll take that and we'll move on. I totally agree. Well, you've been off, you and Teresa obviously have fallen out. We all know that. You came together, you filmed a Super Bowl commercial, BravoCon. Like, where are you with Teresa today? Where would you say you are?
I don't think either of us even think about each other. Uh, Again, it's so far in my rearview mirror. I could sit in a room with her and have no problem. Um, it's not that I'm going to be knocking on anybody's door to do so, but I could do it, kind of thing. There are bigger worries in life, and bigger. We went through COVID nightmare 3 years. So when you in hindsight, when you look at the reality of today versus then, it's, what, you got to shake off the little things and just say, okay, I'm going to leave you back there. So she is back there, and I would assume that I am in the same place in her world.
Sometimes she brings you up quite often.
Well, you know what I mean. The same nonsense. It's just like, stop already. Stop already. Stop with the allegations. None of it's true. Just stop with the nonsense. It's been a long time since I've been on there. I'm not going back. Stop it. Just stop it.
You're not going back.
No.
Andy Cohen made a joke at the first BravoCon that, we'd probably have to back up a dump truck of money and, dump it on your front lawn. I know they offered you, they wanted you a chemistry test. As a friend of, you made it very clear, put some respect on that OG name. If they offered you, say, the exact same amount that Teresa makes, you wouldn't go back?
Not, no, no. Mm.
That ship has sailed.
That ship has sailed. Yes. It's
Don't you
fine.
feel
The good ship to be on.
it's a good ship to be on? Listen, a lot of people say never. So I'm always like respectful in like a positive way when someone's like, listen, it's just, I mean, I do know other housewives I'm friends with that are just like, it's just, I'm not interested. And I'm like, I actually believe you.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, I've had many opportunities. This past season, another one, but at this point, no, no. I'm happy doing my little cooking show and see where we land in other phases of things. There's a lot of things on the fire here, and it's nice to have something that, even though it's like I said, a learning curve, and it'll get better as we go along. It's mine, and I can be proud about it and know that I'm putting the effort and the work in, and hopefully it grows into something that's really great.
Absolutely. Well, this past season, yes, and we don't need to talk about all these headlines we're seeing. I know you did an interview recently where you said, I just don't have the headspace to talk about this. So, Caroline, I do not want to invade your headspace here today, unless you decide you would like to talk about it, which I don't think you do.
No, I do not, but thank you for asking, but I don't.
You are welcome. But so forget housewives, would you ever consider another girls trip, manzoed with children? Like, would you ever do another Bravo show in a different respect?
Ultimate Girls Trip, no. Manzo, there's always a conversation there with, working with the family, but the other thing I'm done with.
How is the family? How's Albert? How's Albie? I mean, you're a grandmother.
Everybody's great, thank you, God. Everybody's doing good. They're working hard. They're driving me crazy. My granddaughter's 6. She's my best little friend. and just, moving and shaking along. I can't believe they've all got birthdays coming up in the next few weeks, and I've got some old ass kids. They're getting old. Yeah.
They are all grown, right?
Yeah. 33, 34, and 37 coming up. Who
Wow.
said that's allowed? That's old.
That's not allowed. That's not allowed. Well, speaking of your family, I mean, how is Jacqueline these days? I sat down with her a few months ago and chatted as well.
She's moving in a few months. She's going to Orange County. I was just talking to Tamara. They're going to be neighbors, I think. But she's moving to California. I think she's going to love it there and be happy there. I think she's got friends there. For my brother Chris's business. So it'll be a change for her, but I think a good change.
I think so too. Well, Jacqueline nearly broke the internet, weeks, months back when she sat down and had this lunch with Teresa in Vegas. How do you feel about that?
I think it's wonderful. I really, really do. I was very happy to see it. I think that the show took the friendship and quite frankly ruined it. They were the best of friends, the truest of friends. And like I said, the show sometimes gets in the way of real relationships. And I count that as one of them. The the shots thrown across the years were born from a place of hurt, and I'm glad they're talking together, and I hope it remains that way, and I'm happy for them. Truly, I'm happy for them. Hmm.
Right. Sometimes when you're hurt, it just comes out in shots, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
A lot of the fans and people that watch say, like, run, Jacqueline, run, put on your track shoes. This isn't going to be good. Teresa is, she says namaste and she's married, but like, it's not going to end well. Like, beware of Teresa. Like, are you as worried for Jacqueline in this rekindling of a friendship as a lot of people are?
Jacqueline is very capable of handling herself. She doesn't go into things blindly. I would like to think that the friendship can maintain itself and stay this way because, like I said, it was a true friendship. It really was.
So you think Teresa could truly change?
Oh, I don't know about that, but I think that she could be fine. As long as Jacqueline's not on the show, there's not that common denominator that can cause friction or a problem. So maybe it'll work well this time. I hope it does.
And it really was the show. I mean, I imagine because there really was a true friendship between those two. If it wasn't for the show, they probably would have never fallen out.
I would agree with that. Sure. Hmm.
What about Luis? I mean, Luis went golfing with Chris. I mean, like, do you know him at all, Luis? Like, do you ever see him around New Jersey?
I've no. She lives about 20 minutes away from me, so we wouldn't be in the same areas. No, I've never met him. I saw him at BravoCon in passing, but we didn't say